There's no good brand, there's no bad brand. Every brand works. Anywhere you decide to be there, and be there as the best. This is what I did that worked for me. I am what every human being in this world is. When I share what I did, you cannot do exactly the same thing to succeed.
What then is the purpose of mentorship?
So mentorship gives you
making this decision was going to be an immense success. Did you think so?
I was so confident I was going to succeed.
Wow.
Two brothers invented flying in a time when no one had soared off the ground. I know somewhere in the world right now, somebody is trying to invent teleportation and they will achieve it. A winner's mindset does not give allowance for what if it does not work out. So whatever you are right now, if you are poor, you are a self-made poor man. If you are rich, you are a self-made rich man. Life will happen, but what you do to life after that is your choice. To succeed is simple, but it's not easy. So anyone who doesn't succeed, it's because they chose the easy way out.
You're welcome to Connected Minds podcast. My name is Derek Abaite. And I tell you something exciting. We've just hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's very difficult to hit those sort of numbers with long form content, especially with what we're doing. And you guys have been so good to the brand. So thank you so much. So many years ago, a young guy set out to change the face of African music, essentially, but started off in Ghana. This man built a studio from his bedroom, producing music and with the aim of becoming a multi-million-dollar empire. Today, that company has grown to become Lynx Group. And the conversation I'm about to have today is the man himself who started this entire journey, Richie Mensah. Do you know what is even more exciting? There is a book that I've read in 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to read this book. I usually don't talk about other people's books on this podcast because it almost sounds like it's advertising. But I must tell you the honest truth. If it takes me 2 hours to read this book, it will probably take you, that's because I was busy, but it will probably take you about an hour to finish this book. And this is what I like about it. Every chapter of the book has got key lessons, tips and tricks, and then some story about him, and then also research. So I really do think you put a lot of time in this book. While I was reading, I was like, this is a lot. And I'm wondering how much you're selling it for. But it's so much. So if you are ready to step into the whole self-development, self-improvement, this is the book for you. And you're welcome to my studio, Richie Mensah. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Derek. I'm excited to be here. So you guys know, I'm actually a fan of this podcast.
Thank you.
You know, I chanced upon it by luck on Facebook. So it was one video, I was like, oh, that's insightful. Then a week later, another video was like, oh, that's insightful. Who's this guy? And I just kept watching and you're doing a very, very good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I read a headline article that said that Richard Ni Amakwe bought the first copy of this book for 200,000. So while I was reading it, I was thinking, why would he pay? When I was starting, I said, why would he pay 200,000? At the end, I realized why he did. You know, and I'm not even trying to make it sound, blown out, but it's an awesome book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And, you know, usually when you read Ghanaian books, it's for them. But this is for the people.
Yeah.
It's a self-help book for the people.
Yeah.
So you've taken my dream out of my head and you've done it first.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah. Right, where do we start from? When you started this, did you think it was going to be worth as much as it's worth today?
I actually hoped it would be worth more than it's worth already. I'm a big dreamer, you know. I've always been a big dreamer, you know. Go big or go home. So right from day one, I had a vision of where I was going and nothing was going to stop me.
Okay. So young man growing up, your father lived in Birmingham. This is where you guys lived.
Yeah.
Exactly the same story in the book. What were the circumstances around that time that drove you to start thinking the way you are today?
Actually, that time I wasn't thinking like this. So that time I was thinking the normal route. I was thinking the go to school, do science, become a surgeon. I'm an intelligent boy, so intelligent boys become doctors. That was my trajectory. Then I think my love for music and creativity just kept coming in more and more. But I would always say, I say this everywhere I go, that the one thing that has attributed to who I am the most was my mom. Because my mom's a teacher. And my mom kept telling me something very valuable, that it is better to teach someone how to learn than to even teach them a subject. So right from childhood, she made me hungry for knowledge. She always made sure I ask why. Always made sure I was very inquisitive. So if she's sending you to do something, she doesn't just send you. She lets you understand why you are doing it. So that even if she doesn't send you the next time, you know to go again because you understand why you went the last time. So that inquisitive mind just kept changing everything more and more for me till it's brought me down this path.
I kind of really understand that you have a good relationship with your mom. So I've got a whole chapter about that I wanted to talk about. But I really want to understand your relationship with your father.
Okay.
In the beginning. What sort of a dad was he? What values did he also instill in you before we even get to mom?
So my dad was, he's a doctor. He was a doctor. He's passed away. And he was also in the army. So disciplined, medical research, that kind of stuff, biochemistry. At a point, we even had a clinic in the house. Okay. So I think that's even part of what made me get more into medicine, because seeing different people come to the house with their conditions, then he would diagnose them. And it was very exciting for me. And the truth, my dad was actually a people's person. So
okay.
Cracks jokes a lot, the bell of the ball. He keeps people very excited and all. So I did learn those things from him. I actually picked that up. Before I went to senior high, I was the studious, shy type. Every day I'm behind my books and all. When I went to senior high, I reinvented myself by becoming the guy who cracks jokes and the guy who, is able to get people captivated and stuff. And I think I got that from him. Yeah.
Did he really support you becoming an artist?
No, not at all. Not at all. As at the time I released Frema, he still brought me forms for medical school. That's not too late.
Why do you think he did that?
Because he felt that was a better path. And I don't blame anyone who does that. Every adult in my life was doing that. It's only my mom who sort of saw the vision, but everybody felt it was bad. And I was known to be a genius kid. So it felt like I was wasting my intelligence to do music. That's how people saw it. So I don't blame them for that. Everyone just wants the best path for you, and they always choose the safest path. So,
but how did that make you feel in the moment?
Horrible. It made me feel like they don't see the true potential. Do you get it? But I think one thing I've always been able to do is push aside the noise and just stay focused. But it felt horrible.
Were you able to communicate your vision to dad at the time?
I tried, but I'll communicate it. If you don't understand, we move kind of person. I don't dwell too long on the negative. I dwell longer on the positive. So if I'm telling you something and you're supporting me, you're ready for us to go, we'll have a long conversation. If you're not ready, it's fine. It's cool. Then we move.
So a lot of Ghanaians would say that you came from a privileged home.
I like how they think that.
Would you agree?
Not at all.
Okay. How?
Not at all. So I had to fight for everything that I have right now. Let's say, so we were at Bema Camp, but once we moved from Bema Camp, in Bema Camp, life was awesome. And when you stay in Bema Camp, you have the library, you have everything is right there. You are Dadabi in a nice way. When we moved from Bema Camp, life just turned upside down real quick. We moved to a house in Medina where we didn't have electricity for 3 to 4 months or something like that. At that time, so Bema Camp schools are very, very good. Then the first term, I was in class 1 at this time.
Okay.
The first term, my mom tried for us to keep going to Bema Camp, but the journey, the traffic, it was too much. So the second term, we went to a Saito school near the house, and I kept complaining like, oh, me too, I was a stubborn child. I would come home and complain that they didn't teach me anything in school. Am I wasting my time? The third term, they took me to another school too. I was complaining that like they were wasting my time. I might as well just stay home and learn on my own. Hey, I was stubborn, no. So my mom actually went to get a job at Christ the King.
Yep.
Because we couldn't afford the fees. But if you are a teacher at Christ the King, then they slash the fees.
Yep.
Exactly. So I think you get like a 50% discount or something. So she kept applying and she got a job at Christ the King. So she was able to move us the kids there. So our education got better.
During these times, what was your dad doing?
He was there. He had the clinic and everything.
Okay, and the clinic was not...
It hadn't reached yet, know. Because you've gone from Bema Camp where you're getting a salary, your house is paid for, everything. Like when you're in the military, everything is taken care of for you. So you are not rich, but you don't need.
Okay.
You get me?
You think that can fool people a bit?
Yes, it can. Because everything is done for you. You're comfortable, So when you switch from that to you're on your own, it's a bit of a bounce back. Yeah. So when we went to Christ the King too, now the new problem came. So now I'm in a good school, but I'm the poor kid in a good school. I remember months of being laughed at because my shoes were this. It's not easy, Charlie. But we go with it. I think one thing that I never saw those things as challenges. I just thought, okay, and just kept going. Peer pressure never got to me. I was stupidly focused. I don't even know where it came from. Now that I'm sitting here, I don't know where that focus came from.
How could you have been? Because look, dad wants you to become a doctor. Mom is willing to support you in whatever you think you want to do. How could you then be that focused and still get things done? Because it sounds like a lot of distractions.
A lot of distractions. But at that time, actually, I wasn't focused on the music. At that time, the music was a part-time love. So I was on track to heading towards medicine. And then I love music. So it started with when I'm watching cartoons, Tom and Jerry, then the score. I'm like, oh, wow.
Okay.
So all those kind of things caught me. Then I watched Sound of Music. Then I watched Blues Brothers. So the sound from movies was my first attraction to sound. Then I started singing with my brother and sister and everything. So all those things started like capturing me, but it was just a passion. It was like a kid having fun. It's when I went to senior high that I actually took the music serious. I was told to join the choir. I didn't take them serious because I'm like, child, I came here to, learn my science, pass, go to KNUST, do my medicine and continue. Don't come and distract me with the choir. But eventually, when I heard the choir master himself asked me to come and join, I was like, okay. So I went and I joined the choir. Then one day he asked me that, why am I so talented and I'm wasting my talent doing science? I told him, I love music, don't get me wrong, but I'm also a scientific person. Like, I'm the kind of person that I break things down, make sure everything is on point. I'm always doing research and stuff. So I don't think I can move away from that style of life. And he asked me, have you heard of sound engineering? That's the science of music. And I was like, oh. I think that's the biggest aha moment in my life.
Yes, epiphany, eh?
Yeah, where it showed me, okay, so there's a path where I can combine my two worlds.
Yep.
So from then I just started doing research into sound engineering, then led me to sound production. Then I learned about record labels. So I started seeing the structure in the entertainment industry. And I realized, okay, there's a place for me here.
Richie, was your father ever proud of you for doing music?
Oh yeah, eventually he was.
Did you guys have the conversation?
No, we never had the conversation, but he was. I heard, because he was lecturing some students. He used to teach medicine in Koforidi at a point, and he used to brag about me to his students. I'm like, look at this guy. You say my son is Richie. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like that. I tell people this all the time. It's happened to a number of artists. I've had artists whose parents have disowned them because they were doing music. And then 2 years later, their parents are hailing them because they're doing music.
But do you understand that the era you were coming from, baby boomers,
Yeah.
they were quite...
Please, let's make it clear. I'm not a baby boomer.
No.
I'm a millennial. The way you said it,
no,
don't think I'm baby boomer.
No. Our parents were baby boomers, right?
I know,
so our parents, right? So they were very stubborn in what they wanted their kids to do because life was not exactly rosy for them.
Yeah.
So they wanted to live their dreams through their children.
And I always say this, everyone has a perfectly logical reason for what they do. Nobody is, unless the person is actually insane, everyone has a logical reason. So if you disagree with someone, you just have a different reason. It doesn't mean that they are not reasoning. So our parents were doing the best they could for us because as per all the evidence, the path I wanted to go on was going to lead to failure. So you can't get angry with somebody for just trying to move you in a direction they feel is good. It's up to you to prove to them. Like even my mom supporting me, it wasn't automatic.
Okay.
When we finished senior high and I told her, like she always supported when we were doing the music thing as fun. It wasn't going to be a profession. So when I finished senior high and I told her I wanted to do the music, she was scared that are you going to throw away your education, throw away everything for this? So we struck a deal, said, okay, I have 1 year between senior high and university. So within this 1 year, I'll set up the studio and see what I can build. And if we both feel I'm on the right direction, then I'll concentrate on the music. And within 3 months, she went to take a loan to buy equipment for me.
You know, there's something about when mothers decide to support their kids. Sometimes I think they can reason more and be more accepting than the fathers can.
Yeah. The truth is, men are more logical, which means that we don't have time to look at things like gut feeling, intuition, certain possibilities. We are just calculating the numbers and what can work. So whereas women feel more than men do. So sometimes, especially a mother who has so much love for her son, can actually feel the possibility of success. You know, there's a lot that we don't understand, but we pretend to understand it. But gut feeling is real. And there's a lot that can be achieved by trusting your gut. It's actually been scientifically proven now that your gut actually has a lot of nerves and is able to think the way your brain does. So sometimes when you have a gut feeling, when you meet somebody and you have a gut feeling, this person, you don't click with this person, it's telling you something. You know, you just can't interpret it the way you can interpret from your brain, but it's telling you something.
You definitely listen to Alan Watts. You definitely do. These things are real, man. It's wow. I want to believe that you thought at the time making this decision was going to be an immense success.
Yeah.
Did you think so at the time? How?
I have no idea. I just had so much confidence.
How many things have you done during those times where you were thinking music would be a great success? How many things did you do that failed? How many other things?
I don't think I've done anything that's failed before. I personally don't believe in failure.
Okay.
It's either I win or I learn a lesson, but never fail. And I was so confident. Look, there's something I used to say. Those days, you know, we finished SS Fresh, boys would say, Charlie, let's go to the club and stuff. And I would say something, it sounds so arrogant when I think about it, but I was so sure. I would say, I don't want to go to the club right now for some bouncer to flex me because I know I'm going to be a superstar one day. I don't want some bouncer to have it on his record that he flexed me when I hadn't hit. I was so confident I was going to succeed.
Wow.
It's weird, I know. But it's like, I just knew it. I felt it.
Well, especially with music. It's almost a thing of a chance.
Yeah.
So for you to be that sure, it's like a footballer that starts out playing in a team of 11 people and says that I'm going to be a superstar.
Yeah. But it's exactly
so
what
damning,
you said.
right?
It's a thing of chance, which means somebody will have that chance. So why not me?
Wow. What if it had not worked out?
It will work out. And that's the thing. I always say that there's a winner's mindset, you know. Yep. A winner's mindset does not give allowance for what if it does not work out. It will work out. The only question is how long will it take to work out? You know, like I keep saying, 2 brothers invented flying.
Yep.
In a time when no one had thought of the ground. Something as crazy as let's fly. They did that. How much more getting a hit song? Come on. It's possible. You just need to believe it's possible. I know somewhere in the world right now, somebody is trying to invent teleportation and they will achieve it. It's only a matter of how long.
Now let's talk about this thing about your mother being a huge support to what you started. And even now, you know, she's still very much in support of what you're doing.
Yeah.
How did you win her over to say that, you know, I'm on this journey, mom, you know, give me some resources, because I read in a book that, you know, loans had to be taken here and there.
I didn't win her over. It's more of she won me over.
Okay.
My mom just always instilled in us that you can do whatever you want to do. Just do it really well. She always told me this thing that her father, my grandfather used to say, so when you're eating fufu.
Right.
If all you know how to do in this life is cut the fufu, cut it well.
Okay.
One day, they will be looking for someone who can cut fufu. And they will call you.
Okay.
And it's actually true. You know, when you do research on professions,
yep,
there's a man out there who's an island sitter. He takes care of people's islands. That's all he does. He will come and live on your island, supervise the workers. He's not even working, no. He will just supervise like the cleaners, the gardeners and stuff for you. And he gets paid $600,000 a year to take care of your island. Is that a job? Isn't that like a dream vacation? Somebody is a wine taster, getting paid $300,000 a year.
It's the best wine.
Charlie, some boys have been going to Ace every night, they quaff. Won't you take it serious and become a wine taster? So anything, I tell people this all the time. A lot of people talk about this person has a good brand, this person has a bad brand. I say it's never true. There's no good brand, there's no bad brand.
Okay.
There's only good branding and bad branding, because every brand works. There's a day you are looking for Coca-Cola and you will drink Coca-Cola. There's a day you are looking for a healthy option and you will drink pineapple juice. There's a day you are looking for expensive alcohol. You know which one to pick. And there's the day you want something cheap that will still give you a kick. You know which one to pick. So anywhere you decide to be there, and be there as the best. What most of us do is we go there halfway. Do you get me? So it's like, oh, I'm a healthy drink, but I also have a lot of sugar. Oh, I'm a soda, but you know, I have pineapple flavor, so I'm healthy. No, it doesn't work. The person who's looking for a sugar boost is not looking for a healthy option. And the person looking for a healthy drink is not looking for a sugary drink. So be there. Wherever you are, be there and be the best. Excellence. I believe in excellence. So my mom kept teaching me that. So I was just practicing what she taught me.
Right.
I could have said, oh, mommy, I want to do music. I'm going to sing. But no, I opened a studio. I opened a record label. In a short time, she saw Tiny is coming to the studio. Amanzaba is coming to the studio. So it's like, okay, he is being the best at what he's doing. You know, I've carved a path and everything. Your fruit, your pan, piano.
That's true.
Exactly. So if you want to be pushed, climb the right tree. But don't be standing at the bottom of the tree and shouting, I need help, come and lift me up.
Let me stop you here for a minute. If you've been watching this show, I want you to subscribe and become part of the family. We are on a journey of changing the lives of people on this channel. And we appreciate you for being here. But if you haven't become part of the family, connect with us. Hit the subscribe button. Now let's carry on the conversation. You know, this feeds very much into what you've spoken about in your book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, taking ownership of your life.
Yeah.
You know, being the best at what you do, essentially, you know. But you see, what I'm also picking up is you can be very stubborn with your dreams.
Rough.
But why do you think that is important for success?
I think it's important because everyone has a path. You have to be stubborn about your path. It's your path. It's no one else's path. Don't expect people to understand your path. Don't expect anyone to know your journey. You have to know your journey, be sure, and then do everything possible to get it. You have to be stubborn. Henry Ford was stubborn. Elon Musk is stubborn.
Yep.
People are waiting for Elon Musk to drop. He just hit 400 billion. And he's on course to become the world's first trillionaire. You have to be stubborn. Because only you know why you believe in what you believe. Your higher self is telling you things personally. It's not telling the other guy. So don't assume they understand your path. When somebody is giving you advice, they are giving it to you from their point of view, not from yours. That's why I say, even all this, I don't believe in motivation. It's funny because I keep motivating people. Even what I'm telling you, you need to take it and then find your own path, but not follow what I've said. You know, somebody said something so wise. Sorry to say this. A lot of rich men will get angry at me. They said, here are the numbers I used to win my $5 million lotto, said every entrepreneur motivating others. You see, this is what I did to succeed. This is what I did that worked for me to succeed. When I share what I did, you cannot do exactly the same thing to succeed. The conditions are different.
What then is the purpose of mentorship?
So mentorship gives you a guide to let you know that it's not the actions I took that you should also take. It's the belief. It's the consistency. It's the fact that I took an action. Do you get me? It's the mindset. So mentorship is normally about passing on mindset. But a lot of people think mentorship is about getting a template to follow. It's not that. You cannot follow a template. You need to carve your own path. You can follow a template to mediocrity. That's just fine. You know, go to school, graduate, get a job, work hard for the rest of your life, retire. Templates, mediocrity, just fine. But if you want to be great, you have to carve your own path. So you get information from so many different people, different mentors, different books, different podcasts. Grow your mind. And then after the external influence, you now turn into the internal influence and build something greater.
Right. What's that internal influence?
You. That's why it's your fault. Because the truth is, going to sound kooky a bit, knowledge comes from within, not from without. We know everything already. When you were born as a baby, I personally believe the most knowledgeable people in the world are babies. And then as we grow, we unlearn everything we know. So your job is to go back in and figure out what you know. Like, look at the universe. Scientists are trying to figure out the universe, forgetting that we were made of the universe. We are part of the universe. So the same way that, have you noticed something that a dog naturally knows how to swim?
Oh my God, you just took my mind on it.
Yeah. If a dog has never entered water, drop it in water and it will swim. Try that with a human being. And most of the time, when you're learning how to swim, you understand the reason people drown the most is fear. Because naturally, the human body floats, which is why a dead body floats. So the only reason you can't float is you are afraid and you are trying wrong and you fail. So true knowledge comes from within. So when you are able to tap into mentors and books and stuff, what happens is what is meant for you will come to you. You know, somebody will read my book. I have 15 chapters. Somebody will only grab one chapter.
Yes.
Because that chapter is meant for them.
Yes.
And that's just fine.
It's like a sermon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Now you mentioned fear. When you read the book and you hear your story and the journey you've taken, it's almost as if fear was eliminated from the whole picture, and that you were on a freeway, just moving at whatever mile per hour you wanted. How did you do that?
As I learned more and more, I came to realize the opposite of fear is actually what should be the goal of everyone, and that is acceptance. Acceptance means understanding the fact that I don't control everything, but I can control whatever happens next.
Okay.
I'm driving. I don't control that person in his car who could be coming to hit me, but I can control if I'll swerve in time. I can control even if he hits me, I can control, am I going to the hospital instantly? Do you get me? So you eliminate fear when you come and accept that life will happen, but what you do to life after that is your choice. You make the right choice. A lot of people, when you say yes, it's your fault, the first thing that comes in people's minds is, but someone did this to me, it wasn't my fault. This thing happened to me, it wasn't my fault. But your response was your fault.
I was having a conversation with a bunch of young guys and I said, we can all point fingers and say, he is the bad leader. Or we can all point the fingers at ourselves and then awaken each other.
Yeah.
He won't become a leader anyway.
Exactly. Who made him a leader? You hear a girl saying he's a bad boyfriend. Who made him the boyfriend? She's a bad girlfriend. Who went to court her? As for yours, there's even worse. You know, I hear so many things and I realize then you just don't have enough knowledge. Let's say you hear people talk about the government and how horrible the government is handling our finances, blah, blah, blah. Inflation rate is so high. Here's the funny thing. I don't know if people have this knowledge. At every point in time, the interest rate of treasury bills is higher than the rate of inflation. So if inflation rate is high, put your money in treasury bills. Currently, inflation rate is, I think, 13%. Treasury bills is 14%. When inflation rate was 25%, treasury bills was 27%. So yes, the government may do a bad job with inflation or whatever it is, but there's treasury bills option.
There's another option, yeah.
So if your money is losing value, it's not the government's fault. It's your fault for not investing it.
Look, I've read this and many other self-improvement books. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But a 20-year-old busy on the street, things are not happening.
Yeah.
You tell him that everything is his fault. How do you really want to break it down for them to understand it? That to come to that self-realization to say, nah, what Senior Richie is saying now is true.
Let me say it like this. To succeed is simple, but it's not easy. Let me say that again. To succeed is simple, but it's not easy. So anyone who doesn't succeed, it's because they chose the easy way out. If I wanted to be a macho man, I know what I need to do. I need to go to the gym every day for years. So if I'm not a macho man, It's because it was not easy. I went to the gym 1, 2, 3 times and my body was hurting and I stopped. It's simple. Everyone knows you want to be macho, go to the gym. You want to be healthy, stop eating late. Stop taking sugar. It's easy. It's very simple.
But it's not easy.
But it's not easy. So when you are failing at something, know that you chose the easy way. Let me use money as an example. Back to the basic treasury bills, right? Anybody can become a millionaire if they invest 500 cedis a month in treasury bills at the current rate of 14%. It will take you 24 years. So which means if at 20, every month you invest 500 cedis, nothing more. When you get more money, don't do 2,000. If only 500 cedis consistently for 24 years, you will become a millionaire. So if you start at 20, by 44, you will be a millionaire. Very simple, but it's not easy. And when you say this, the first thing somebody will say is, hey, 24 years, but it's long. But guess what? You will turn 44 no matter what. Those 24 years will pass. The only question is, did you become a millionaire or not? That's
in between.
In between.
What is happening there?
Because it's not easy. Because, this month, Charlie, I won't go chill small. And this month, hey, I get some new girl, I won't buy something for You will lose discipline and you will never become that. And then you will blame the girl, you will blame the friends you went with, you will blame the person who took your money, you will blame everybody but yourself.
Alhamdulillah. Okay.
You make the decisions. It's just very difficult to make those right decisions. But once you start taking responsibility, then every time something goes wrong, you ask yourself 2 important questions. What did I do to contribute to this going wrong? And then, what can I do to make it better? That's accountability.
That when you're starting off with these 2 questions, it can be very painful.
Very.
It can be very difficult to accept. How do you calm yourself to come to that place of acceptance?
It's by realizing that even though it's painful, what you get at the end of it is more pleasure. Like there's this saying that says that make the tough decisions to live an easy life, or make the easy decisions to live a tough life. So I just keep that in my mind all the time. So let's say like I mentioned to you the club thing. So while my mates were chilling all the time from 17, 18, 19, they're going to the club, chasing girls, doing all those things. I was locked in my room, learning how to play beats, learning business, learning sound engineering. And I worked consistently. And after succeeding, now I was being paid to come to the club.
Okay.
So I made the tough decision, and so I just had to wait. And what I would have wasted my time on, now I was being paid to do it. But if I decided to go out every day, chase girls all the time, do this, do that, then I wouldn't have become who I became, and life would have been difficult for me.
You know why I admire what you do?
Why?
It's because we see a lot of creatives. After they shine, they end up begging. You have decided that I'm going to be an artist. Great. But it's not just for me. I need to empower other artists, other creatives.
Yeah.
And then now you're taking it to an even higher step, which is let's empower more people beyond artistry.
Yeah.
And that is, when the dream is beyond you, the divine helps.
Yeah. There's actually more fulfillment in giving to others than there is in taking. So when your dream involves helping other people, it's like the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Like somebody is a CEO with 1,500 employees. When the end of the month is coming and his company is not making money, the universe is helping him make money because 1,500 people can go broke. Versus you who are doing your own small thing on the side and you are ripping people off. Oh, no one cares about you. And even personally, like there's no greater fulfillment than helping other people. I wish everyone would try it. You know, we look for happiness everywhere, but most of the time we look for happiness in pleasing ourselves. But when you help others, the happiness you feel is unrivaled. There's this peace and calm. You feel like you've contributed to, life.
If you had not taken other people's careers on, did you think you would have still become?
No, I don't think I would have. I would have just taken selfish decisions and would have withered away by now. But like now when I wake up every morning, I'm thinking for so many other people.
But wasn't there that temptation in the beginning when...
Oh, it was there.
Okay.
It was there, but...
And how did you turn it around?
Discipline. You just have to be disciplined.
Who spoke to you though? Because Frema, a few other songs, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Right? You could have easily said, and we see that a lot of artists, they blow and boom, bodyguards here and there, do a lot of stuff. And then after maximum between 7 to 11 years, and then we don't see them again.
So I noticed something that I started this company. I started this family, right? And it reached a point when my success demanded so much. Like my success as an artist demanded so much for me to keep going. And the success of the company also demanded so much from me. And I wouldn't be able to do both. So I had to choose if I was putting my energy in continuing to build myself or my energy in building everyone else.
But did you always think of this as a business? Always, from the beginning?
Not in the beginning. I didn't even know what a business was. I saw it as a passion, but I saw it as I was building something larger than me. So maybe not the word business, but a movement, a family, a cause, like whatever it was. I never thought I was doing this for me. I was building something bigger.
Because I know a lot of producers. They just make the songs in their bedroom or the little studio they have. Artist picks it up, record goes out, boom, that's it. They're not thinking of, let's develop, let's put this structure in place. Nothing like that. So I really want to understand. Because you're not a business student either.
No, I'm not.
So where did that come from?
I'm not a student of anything. Everything I've learned, I don't use it. I can tell you about the ecdysis of a cockroach, 7 stages where it sheds its exoskeleton. But when I see a cockroach, I step on it. I am what every human being in this world is, self-made. We are all self-made. So whatever you are right now, if you are poor, you are a self-made poor man. If you are rich, you are a self-made rich man. If you are a womanizer, you are a self-made womanizer. If you are a loving, devoted husband, you are a self-made, loving, devoted husband. So everything I am,
that's
self-made.
Painful, man.
Very painful. I know somebody's in the comments insulting me right now, but it's cool. You are a self-made hater.
Yeah. Wow.
Because you had the choice. We all have choices. We are filled with choices. In a day, the average human being makes 2,000 choices. How can you tell me that these 2,000 choices with compound interest is not what has put you where you are, but it's somebody else's choices? No. Do you know how many people have gotten inheritance and won the lotto and gone back to being broke? 85% from the last statistic I checked. So you have no excuse.
At what point in this beautiful journey did you think, at the initial stages, maybe I want to leave this and go back to medical school?
Oh, never. As for music, the number of times I've thought I want to leave this. I think yesterday I thought it, but never. Because you have to, I don't believe in leaving, I believe in adding. I'm not the person I was 5 years ago. I'm more. And in 5 years' time, I'll be more than this. You get me? So as much as it's been tempting, this is too difficult, this is too painful, I'm never leaving.
What makes it difficult?
Everything makes it difficult. Financially, it's difficult. Managing human beings is one of the toughest things in the world, because not only do you have to control yourself and control like uncontrollable things, now you have to control human beings. Getting someone to understand this path is meant for you, so stressful.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. It's my fault for choosing the job. So once you just have that understanding, you take it like that and you just keep going with the punches.
My viewers and listeners want to know, what was your initial investment in Lynx Group?
My initial investment?
Yes.
0. I think I bought a computer mic for 12 cedis.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 12 cedis. You see those computer mics, the one that has a long stem and you can bend it like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how I started.
We used to use that for Skype.
Yeah. That was exactly. It was a mic for video calls. That was my recording mic. So that was my initial.
And please don't go and say that Richie said he became successful from 12 cities.
But I don't get why people get angry with those stories. Everyone needs to start at 0. Do you think somebody started at 1 million? Nobody started at 1 million. Even if somebody started with an inheritance, his father made the money and gave to him. Everything starts at 0. So don't cry that you started at 0 and you are only at 2. And somebody started at 0 and they've reached 500. It's once again, it's your fault. Do something about it. Let me give you guys some free knowledge right now. Your level of money, your level of riches is directly proportional to your level of financial knowledge. Simple as that. How much money you have is equal to how much knowledge you have about money. Simple.
And for you, where did you get that knowledge from?
I'm still getting it. I'm not as rich as I want to be yet, so I'm building my financial knowledge. When I reach, you know.
So when I reach, you know.
Yeah. That's why you see different people. You see somebody like, somebody had $200 million and now they are down to 400,000. And somebody else started slow and is now at $10 million over the same amount of time. You get me? Because one had more financial knowledge than the other. Anytime you hear this story of this person became very rich and they lost it all, then they didn't have financial knowledge. Because how can you lose it all?
Do you think within your industry they have financial knowledge?
Some do.
Okay.
Those who do are still around. Because the unfortunate thing about money is, as much as you hear, money doesn't solve all problems, money doesn't buy happiness and stuff, money is a tool, and with that tool, you can do more. So when you don't understand how to make money, what you can do is now limited. So I keep saying all the time, I don't know why money is not a course in school. It's almost like they intentionally do it, but that's a topic for another podcast.
Yeah. So I've thought about it as well, innit? So I guess the purpose of school is for the government.
Yeah.
Right. And the government wants workers so that they can keep their GDPs up,
Exactly.
But me and you, what we're doing now, it's not for the government.
Yeah.
It's for us. So really, that's why if people want the knowledge, they should be reading for themselves.
Yeah.
Would it ever be in schools? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think school is there to teach you what you need to know.
Yeah, to become independent. I don't think the purpose of school is for people to become self-reliant.
No. If it was taught in school, I wouldn't need to write this book.
Exactly. Yeah. And this really should be a course. It should be a course in a class. Extracurricular activity or something, that people can do. And maybe I'll speak to Dr. Charles Yabo about it and see what he's
that would be great. If we could start this at a fundamental level.
Yeah.
If from growing up, the way, you see, when someone says I'm entitled, I was entitled. I mean, I was born into entitlement based on the fact that I got this knowledge from childhood. So I wasn't born into money. I wasn't born into riches or good luck or good fortune. I was born into a family where I had a mom who made me understand you have to fend for yourself and do great things. And if everyone has that fundamental knowledge, you would be amazed at how the world will be moving. You will be amazed. If all the people hustling out there really knew that the power to stop hustling is in their hands, you'll be shocked what will happen in 2 years. But nobody is telling them, so they just need to keep blaming. It's my boss. He's not raised my salary.
You know, in the beginning, you were doing it because of passion. At what point was it because of money?
It never became because of money.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, money is a tool. Money is a tool. Like, that's like saying I'm a gardener because of my hoe. No, the hoe is a tool that I'm using to garden.
Okay.
Like, one thing people don't understand about money is worthless. Money is just exchange for value. So I never try to make more make more money. I always try to increase my value. When you increase your value, the money will find you. Like somebody said, it's not that you don't have money. You don't have an idea to make money. Because if you had an idea, you'll be making the money.
Richie, you've had a lot of artists through your label. Your group has done an amazing job for the industry. This conversation we're having, how important do you think it is for some of the artists you've raised through your label?
Very important.
And has this always been part of the education of the artist?
I mean, one thing people say about me is I'm a talkative because I like to share knowledge. You know, I had a mentor, Ibrahim Ohenijan, from 2007, for a long, like 10 years. I used to just go sit in his office and listen to him talk. He has so much knowledge. And it's made me also want to become that kind of person. So when you're around me, I will share these things all the time. I can't control if you listen or not. And one thing I remember, one reason I don't take it personally if someone doesn't listen is we used to go and sit next to Abraham all the time. I wasn't alone. But when we leave, the other people will be complaining, Abraham, he talks too much, every day he's talking. But yet I'll be there, I would have written down what he said. I'll be planning based on what he said. So I realized the same thing, that when there are 10 people around me and I'm saying these my plenty things, 9 of them are probably walking away thinking, hey, Richie, that.
Right.
Every day this, every day investment, every day that. But maybe I'm changing one's life and that's good enough. He will also change another's life and ripple effects.
Let me stop you here for a minute. If you've been watching this show, I want you to subscribe and become part of the family. We are on a journey of changing the lives of people on this channel. And we appreciate you for being here. But if you haven't become part of the family, connect with us. Hit the subscribe button. Now let's carry on the conversation. Some of the hit artists you've had, if you check the plan you had for them and how they've turned out today financially, how does that make you feel?
Sad, honestly, some of them. But like I always say, everybody's path is different. And because time is a very big factor in life, I never like to judge people because you don't know what time is going to do for them. Like, I mean, Colonel Sanders started KFC at 63? So I shouldn't judge somebody because they're in their 20s and they couldn't maximize their money. You don't know what they're going to do in their 40s. But I do get disappointed. So my disappointment is not where they're at. My disappointment is that my coaching wasn't impactful.
Because we are still seeing more and more of it, you know? And it's not even just music. It's the actors and actresses. It just keeps happening all the time.
Everybody.
It just keep happening. But I mean, it's worse for footballers because they make more money.
They make more consistent money. Like, can you imagine what it means that maybe every week $100,000 is hitting your account?
So even if after taxes and everything, you still end up with 50K, that's still a huge.
Thank you. Every week. That's worse than the artists, the actors and stuff. There's this, I played one show and I got big money. This one is every week. You get so used to it. And this thing, like, is one of the first lessons I try and give artists all the time. You know, our industry, right? You make more money from October to December than you do from January to September. because there's more events, there's more music being streamed, there's more adverts being done. Every source of income multiplies within that era. So what can happen to an artist within that era is they get so used to the constant flow of money. And then by January, February, they're broke because they got used to it. An artist is playing 3 shows in a week, 4 shows in a week. So they're used to money coming all the time. Oh, my mother needs to buy this. Oh, send it to her. Oh, I want to go chill with the boys. Oh, book a hotel. Do this, do that. And then when things slow down, January, February, they're still spending like the money is going to be coming weekly. Then they'll go hungry. Then they'll start slowing down like May. Then they'll wait. Then October, back to the same sentence.
I call it I'll get paid mindset, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they spend their money before they get paid.
Yeah.
So they keep thinking, I'll get paid. I'll get paid. So in fact, for some people, they borrow against their pay.
Yep.
So as soon as the money comes in, it's already gone. Then they are waiting for the next pay.
Yep.
The next paycheck. And that is what the government schooling structure does to people.
Yeah.
It's like a prison.
It creates dependencies.
Yes.
Like we have so many people right now who are dependent on things that they shouldn't be. And so many people feel entitled to things that they shouldn't be entitled. I deserve. The words I deserve should not be in your dictionary. I earned it. You don't deserve anything. You have to earn it. You don't deserve a salary. You don't deserve a hit song. You don't deserve success. You have to earn it. And one thing I tell my artists all the time is, you are doing a full-time job. So the day you don't show up at work is the day your salary will be deducted. And what I mean by that is, when you wake up in the morning, you're a musician. Do something about your music. Record a song. Learn how to do interviews. Go and promote your music somewhere. Do a photo shoot every single day, 6 days of the week. Rest 1 day because you're a human being. But if you sit there and you say, I have a hit song, so I'm working 1 day in a week, and the other 6, I'm playing video games. Those 6 days are 6 days you'll go hungry in the future.
Yeah. And I read in the book where you said that when you initially started, you made it an effort to create at least 1 beat a day.
Every day.
And it wasn't really because you wanted to have a hit song. Basically, for you, you're just perfecting your craft every single day.
Yeah.
Right? And then through that, that's how you become much better, and then you get the hit song.
Yeah.
Because if you don't show up, you don't know what today's creativity is gonna.
So many people don't understand the power of consistency. They believe in motivation and one strong, impactful effort versus consistent strides. The person who shows up every day and even does just the basic will be more powerful than the person who shows up sometimes and does the most. Show up every day for yourself. Like when we say you're going to be disciplined, every day show up for yourself. You say you take a walk every morning. Some morning, you're not feeling well. Take a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
Someday do a 2-minute walk. I watched some guy talk about a 2-minute discipline reset, and it's so good. I haven't tried it, but it sounds like it should work. Where he said, if you want to build a new habit, do it for only 2 minutes every day for 1 month. So if you want to start doing press-ups every day, when you wake up in the morning, first of all, make sure it takes you only 2 minutes to get ready. So your mat is already laid, everything is ready, so that the thought process is not too difficult. And then once you start, do it for only 2 minutes. Once you show up every day and do it for 2 minutes, it will now become a habit, because it actually takes 21 days of consistency to build a habit.
And on top of this, right, there's a lady on Instagram, and she has about 500,000 followers. So I sat down with her, Aisha, and I said, so how did you do it? And she goes, I post like 10 times a day, and I just keep doing it. One day, the account wasn't growing. All of a sudden, there was a day, she started getting 10K followers a day. 10K followers. Before she knew it, she went all the way to 400,000. And then it dropped again. And then she kept on. Now she's on 500,000. And she said people were wondering whether she bought the followers. And she said, no, she showed me in a day, in a month, in 30 days, she can reach about 18 million people on the internet.
Wow.
18. in a month. So that's the power of,
Yeah.
being consistent.
And one thing that kills consistency is perfectionism. I hate perfectionism. I have to do it just right. Everything. No, just do it. Just keep doing it. Like you mentioned, she posts 10 videos a day.
10.
Somebody is there. They've been spending 3 months working on one video. Just keep showing up. It's like this podcast. I started watching the podcast because it kept popping up. And every time it was something new, something insightful. So that person who is trying to shoot that one perfect episode in an expensive luxury hotel and have a conversation with Dangote that nobody's done before will never succeed like you.
Oh, God.
Because you just keep showing up.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do for ourselves.
Yeah.
Show up every single day.
Every single day. Richie, there were points in your business where you needed some cash injection.
Yeah.
What did you realize was happening to the business and why did you need the money?
So what happens in my business is delayed gratification. It's one unfortunate thing about the entertainment industry. Whereas with most industries, while you are investing, you can actually calculate your profit margin, calculate your revenue and stuff. Entertainment is not like that.
Okay.
So let's say right now that I'm doing Lynx Reverb, the headphones. It's a very different type of business. So I know how many headphones I've made. I know what my marketing budget is. I know my profit on each headphone. So if I sell it, I'm making this amount of money.
Okay.
Beautiful. In entertainment, you make a song, you promote the song, and hope that people are going to stream it so that you make money. You hope it's going to hit so that you get called for shows. And all this, you can't even determine how much they're going to pay you for the show when you're making the song.
I see.
You can't determine how much you're going to make from the streaming because there's somebody out there right now who is getting $2 a month from streaming in Ghana. And there's somebody in Ghana who's getting $40,000 a month from streaming. So you can't calculate. So the problem is to invest, it's more heart than anything else. So now when the company doesn't have money, you need to find a way to keep injecting the money, knowing that I will take the right steps and hopefully the money will multiply. Hopefully. Let's call a spade a spade. It's hope.
But for you, it's even more risky because it's in somebody else's craft. It's not you.
Hey, Charlie, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Wow.
And the worst thing is all the things that can go wrong because you're investing in a human being. So if the person, God forbid, has a car accident, if the person falls ill, if the person decides, I don't want to do this anymore, if people decide, I don't like this person because, they are too tall or whatever it is, you've wasted your money.
That's a huge risk.
Huge risk.
Now, what were your plans making your money back?
So what I did was I started building structures where I can keep making money back.
Okay.
So I used to do I still do a lot of music for commercials.
Yep.
So things like Gino, Vodafone. I think I've worked with almost all the big companies in Ghana.
Okay.
Right. So there was a point in time when I was very active in that part, always in the studio. I was doing like 4 to 5 commercials every month. Yeah. So when I take a loan to maybe invest in an artist's career, I'm not expecting to pay back the loan
with the
artist's career.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've done my calculation and I know that, okay, I'm playing 4 to 5 commercials every month. Let me do a monthly projection if I only played 2. If I only played 2, after 6 months, I can pay this amount of loan off. So then I go for that loan, pay it off, then when I need money again, I go back.
You actually did take a loan?
Yeah, over and over again.
Okay, so...
I had a car that people used to laugh at me all the time. They used to think the car was always in the mechanic shop.
It was draining you.
I was using it to collect loan all the time. I'd use it as collateral. It reached a point that the microfinance I was taking from, they became like a car park for me. Because I'll go and park the car there 3 months. When I come for it, 2 weeks later, I'll pack it again, I'm back.
But these times, were you not thinking, maybe I should have taken Dad's path of becoming a doctor,
Oh yeah, I thought it. And I kept thinking maybe it's not too late, but no. I just had the strength.
Who was there to give you that kick and say, no, keep going?
My mom is still there, still giving me vim all the time.
Even when you were thinking, maybe Daddy's choice would have been better.
Yeah, she's still there. Still there, always telling me to believe in myself. One thing my mom told me from when I was a child was that I was born to be great, so I shouldn't settle for anything less. So anytime it's like I'm slipping from the I want to be great, she'll remind me, Richie, anything you do will succeed. Just keep going. Don't stop. So that one day, I think I was born very lucky, but that's where my luck is. My luck is that inspiration I always had.
Right. The top 3 artists that helped you a lot as a record label, who would they be?
Oh, top 3 would be unfair.
Okay, 5?
Okay, 5. So I think the most successful artists that have been on Lynx in chronological order have been Asem, myself. Okay, chronological order, so myself, Asem, Miss V, Kiddy, Kwame Eugene. I think those are the top 5.
And you think you would say that these were the artists that made up the whole Lynx Entertainment, right? In terms of monetary value.
Yeah, these are the 5 artists that have made the most money for Lynx, yeah. But like I said, it would be unfair to compare because of difference in times the kinds of money, the kinds of exposure and everything.
Would we ever see a Lynx reunion?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's coming up. I started planning it already.
Taking it out of your head. That's beautiful. Now, in terms of investment, recently I read or saw somewhere that there's a company in Ghana that has a stake in the business.
Yeah, Quick Angels Limited.
Okay.
So that happened in 2022. So actually, let me tell the story properly. So when I met Mr. Quay, the first thing we worked on was actually Tygon Creative Studios. So Tygon is an idea by me and my partner, Baba, for those who know her, Baba Moba. So she's an interior designer and a set designer and everything. So we came up with an idea of let's open a studio, that can shoot music videos, commercials, everything. But I didn't have the finance to, build the studio. But that time I'd heard of Mr. Quay, I'd worked with him on a few things. So I said, okay, I pitched it to him. There's no studio like this, should we do it? And he said, okay. So then we built Tygon together. So after doing Tygon for like a year, I started to respect working with him, not based on the investment he put in, but based on his business mind, based on the way he solves problems and stuff. And I realized that, okay, I want to grow Lynx to the next level. And I think this man's mind is going to be a great asset for where I want to go next. So we had the conversation, then he came on board with Lynx.
Some people, there were speculations that it was a buyout.
Oh, no. Well,
that he owns.
As you can see, I'm still here.
Yeah, but I think you have an incredible mind, actually.
Oh, thank you.
It's a really good way of thinking, because a lot of Ghanaian businesses, they don't like partnership.
Yeah, but that's why they die. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a team. So if you don't like partnership, you will die.
Do you think the inclusion of Mr. Richard has been it's been good for the business?
It's been very good for the business. It's opened my mind to so many things. We've put more things in place and everything. Like the company has grown as a company.
I think, I don't know, I've never spoken to him, but he strikes me as somebody who's a man of structure and systems.
And incredible wisdom.
Yeah. Because somebody was complaining about how their business, his business is running. And then I said, well, hold on. But how is the chicken man and pizza man, how have they been able to do it?
Yeah. Like, I just want everyone to think about that.
Yeah.
Pizza Man Chicken Man has about 100 branches.
So how have they been able to manage the problems that we have 2-3 shops? We are complaining have. So, and then somebody said, a lot of, that he puts you in the system rather than you are there, then the system comes.
Yeah. Like that, honestly speaking, Ghana needs to study that man's mind. They need to study that man's mind. He really is a business genius.
What does the structure of Lynx look like?
It's a beautiful structure now. So we have Lynx Group Limited, which has different companies underneath it. So the original Lynx Entertainment is there as a label and a distribution company. So what we did is Tygon. So once they got involved with Lynx, then we added Tygon Creative Studios to the Lynx umbrella. Then we have ACN. ACN is African Creatives Network. So ACN handles bookings for artists, for actors, monetizing talent. We are using our years of experience on monetizing talents to do the same for other talents. So you don't need to be signed to Lynx. You can just have a deal with ACN where they bring you deals, brand deals, shows, movies, that kind of stuff. Then we have Pantera. So Pantera is a creative agency. So anybody who's looking for creative ideas, social media management, digital push, anything, they can work with Pantera. And then we have the Ogboro OG, which is Lynx Studio. The studio works on its own as, its own company. Then the newest baby, which is Lynx Electronics, which has unleashed the Lynx Reverb headphones.
Richie, what do you think has been your biggest challenge on this journey of entrepreneurship? Biggest?
The fact that I'm learning on the job. And notice I didn't say I learned on the job. I am learning on the job. As I'm here right now, I have 3 Udemy courses that I'm doing today, still to perfect my craft. So one of my biggest challenges is whenever I learn something new, it makes me realize, if I knew this 6 months ago, if I knew this 1 year ago, I would have done this and done that and done that. It's quite challenging for me, especially being someone who loves knowledge. It's not easy.
It's not easy. Your mom is an amazing woman.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah. A lot of people, it's... Well, you see, when you see most people that have great relationship with their moms, you see how they turn out.
Yeah.
There's something about the power of a woman, eh?
Yeah. Somebody once told me this, not too long, like 2 years ago or something. He met me 2 or 3 times with my mom. And then he said, Richie, I've seen your relationship with your mom, and that's why you stay successful. Not for anything, but just the way you still interact with your mom will make you stay successful.
Now, is there anything we could have spoken about that we haven't, that we still can?
Media, if you want to unpack, there's a lot. So let me see. What can we talk about? Okay, let me talk about one thing. Let me talk about one of the biggest mistakes I made. Don't spend money that you have not made as a businessman.
Okay.
I made this mistake. This was the lowest time for Lynx. So at the time when Lynx was doing very well, like when we started fresh, 2-3 years in, and everything was going very great and all, but we weren't making much money yet. I actually got an opportunity to produce for a record label outside, and I was going to produce a lot for them over a long period. So they were going to pay me a lot of money consistently, right? So at that time, we had to move from where we were. So when we were coming to move, we moved to a place that was charging about the same amount as where we were, except in dollars. So as in maybe if we were paying 1,000 cedis.
Now it's $1,000.
$1,000. But bear in mind, at this time, the dollar and the cedi were about the same. This is when, it was like maybe $1 is 1.2 cedis. This is right, the Kufuor era when he redid the Ghana cedi and everything, yes. So it wasn't a bad idea. And at the same time too, I was about to be paid a lot of money consistently in dollars. So it made sense.
So you spent in anticipation?
Spent in anticipation. So I got the new place in dollars. After getting the new place in dollars, then the deal outside, the record label collapsed. It's not my fault. I didn't lose the deal. The label collapsed. So that big money I was expecting to come didn't come. Then now, Assam left the label around this time. Irene had left the label around this time. So things started to go down a bit, and the dollar started to whoop the city.
Wow.
So within a very short time, it had gone from $1 to 1 cedi to $3 to 1 cedi. Get it? Do you get me? So now we were making less. The money that was promised never came, and our expenses had skyrocketed. It was a very big lesson for me. Don't spend money that hasn't come.
You heard it. You should never do it. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people who have shops in East Legon. And when they come, especially from the diaspora, they come to East Legon, bougie, do everything up, take a 3-year lease, they pay the $40,000 flat. After 3 years, they realize that the rent would have gone up.
Yep.
After 3 years, you don't have the money, and then they have to move.
And the business itself is not making as much as you thought it was going to make.
Yes. So I learned that lesson the hard way as well. I guess we all have our lessons. You just have to learn. But you made a statement. You said it wasn't your fault. But actually, the truth is we need to tell him.
Yes, it's my fault.
That is his fault. All right. Motivation or discipline?
Oh, discipline. 100%.
Okay.
Put motivation aside though. The only way, look, any part of your life which you are failing at, it's because you're not disciplined there. If your relationship is not doing well, you are not disciplined at home. If you are poor, it's because you don't have financial discipline. If you are not healthy, you are not disciplined with your fitness. Discipline is everything. So if you want to do well with anything, stay disciplined.
Amazing. What's the best advice you've ever received?
Be who you are. Those who matter don't mind. Those who mind don't matter.
Wow. That's a beautiful advice. And can you recommend a book for us, please?
Which one? The most impactful book that I have read is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Okay. I love that book. Next to that, then I'll be torn between Think and Grow Rich and Ikigai.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 3 books. We asked for 1, he gave us 3. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I think this has been a beautiful conversation. I have gotten to know you differently, which is beautiful. And you have a very lovely personality, I must say.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to our studios. And to my viewers and my listeners, if you made it to the end, you're definitely a connected champion. So let me see it in the comments. And to the people that made it to our event at the British Council, thank you so much for your support and for your time. We are going to carry on. If you're not part of the community on WhatsApp, on the email list, or on the school platform, get yourself in there because there are a lot of things happening. My name is Derek Abaite. Stay connected. I'm out.